Hello, my name's Richard and this is my Rialta 99 HD with about 97,000 miles on it. It has a real nice canopy, as you can see up there in the blue oval, and I replaced the fridge freezer with a brand new one, three-way, same as the original equipment, in 2011, and it works great. You get cold beer and ice cream with HD. The generator, which is a Generac, quit working after an oil change that was done by a 73-year-old mechanic. I think he did not get a good seal on the filter, and that unit's designed not to run if there's no oil pressure. I bet it'll work as soon as someone replaces the filter again and screws it on nice and snug. Now, this Rialta is a bit of a handyman special. Someone tried to take the rear fender off in a parking lot. That needs to be replaced, and it's about an $800 part if you buy it new, plus the paint, but you may be able to find one in a wrecker's yard. Late last year, pretty much all at the same time, the transmission went out and the cab air conditioning went out. I didn't have the cash to repair it at the time, so I put the unit in the storage for a few months, and I stupidly left a GPS plugged into the dash 12-volt outlet, not realizing that it was actually draining the battery. So the main battery got drained and died, and because I couldn't then run the engine, the house batteries probably need replacing also. I'll talk about the cost of these repairs in just a minute. Let's take a look at the interior. There's a few marks on the upholstery, no rips, nothing serious, and it could use a good detailing, but overall it's in reasonable shape for something that is 15 years old. Here's the deal. I figure this baby with new air conditioning and a newly overhauled transmission is worth about $22,000. I got a quote for the transmission from the best transmission shop in Houston for $4,200 out the door, $1,800 for the AC. Replace the rear fender, paint all the trim, take off the decals and buff the white areas out to make it nice and shiny new looking for about $2,500. Replace all three batteries for about $500 and allow $500 for any plumbing repairs that might be needed. Houston unusually had a cold winter this year with a few frosts, so she may need a new kitchen faucet and a toilet flush valve. I don't know. I haven't tested it. At commercial rates, she needs about $10,000 spent to be spiffy inside and out with a brand new transmission and air conditioning and ready to roll for the next 100,000 miles. So I figure she's worth about $12,000 before all that gets done. Now, if you can do a lot of repairs yourself, like repair the air conditioning, remove the transmission and replace it yourself, and then send it off to the repair place, saving a lot of labor, or maybe even find a used and working transmission from another vehicle, and find a fender in a junkyard and do the exterior paint work and do that yourself. You're replacing that fender as a nuts and bolts job. It's not body work. It's just unscrewing the nuts and bolts and bolting the new one back in place. You can probably, if you do all that work yourself or with friends, you can probably cut the total cost to less than half, maybe $3,000 to $4,000. Then you'd have yourself a real nice Rialta ready for the next 100,000 miles for a cost in the mid-teens. What a deal. What do you think? Make me an offer. Has a clean New Mexico title, no loans, no liens. It's located central Houston, Texas, and my life's changed since I bought her. I had a great time, drove her all the way from Texas out to the East Coast via Atlanta and back through New York and Chicago and Colorado, and I am done with that now. I bought myself a condo in Austin, so I'm a little more stable, and I'm just not motivated to get her back into shape just so that I can sell it. I want someone else to have a really good deal so that they can get themselves a really affordable RV by doing a little sweat equity. If you think my price is too high, make me an offer. I just want one thing less to worry about. So you'll find me somewhat flexible on the price, unless, of course, 3 or 4 people are beating my door down to buy it. I live in Austin most of the time. That's about 3 hours away from Houston, and I'll happily drive down there so that you can look it over and we can work something out if you're interested. It will need to be trailered or towed to a transmission shop or to your own repair location. The transmission's vibrating and the check engine light is on, and according to the repair shop I talked to, they said driving it would be a really bad idea and it could result in a lot of damage. So it's a tow or a trailer to wherever you're going to work on the transmission first. After that, it's drivable, and you can take it wherever you want to do the rest of the work. Spring is here. Buy her now. Be ready for the RV season in a month or so. Call me. My name's Richard, and you can reach me on 713-661-7123. Thanks for listening.